What I'd like to do now is to add in some information about the crash itself. And specifically what we're going to be looking at is both the speed change as well as the principal direction of force applied to the vehicle in this particular crash. Unfortunately, the OA table does not contain this information, which means we're going to have to pull that from an additional source. And we can get that from the same database. So we go into the Get Data selection here. We'll scroll down and, similar to before, click on the MySQL database, enter the server information, and we'll click Connect to the NAS database 2018. Actually, we'll remember our login credentials, and in this particular case, the information about severity is in the GV table. So we'll click on that and we'll hit load, and now it will go through the process of loading in that additional data source. Once the GV table has loaded, we'll want to go and establish a link between the OA table and the GV table. And in order to do that, we're going to have to create a new column that we'll use as a reference between the two of them. So we'll go up to the top ribbon here and we'll go Edit Queries. And first we'll edit the OA query. So what we're going to want to do is to add a column, which we can select from the top ribbon here. And then we're going to click on the custom column. I'm going to call this column the vehicle ref, and it's going to be a combination of two different parameters. The first one is going to be the reference key, so we'll scroll down until we find the reference key, and essentially that is just the individual record number for that particular investigation. We'll then also want to go and concatenate the vehicle number. So the reason we're doing this is that a single collision or a single investigation can actually have multiple vehicles involved, and we want to be able to identify and link on the specific vehicle number. So if we double click on that, that will be our new reference column. We can hit OK. And now you'll notice that it's populated this new column out here on the right. We're going to want to do the same thing again for the GV table. So on your left-hand navigation panel, we'll click on GV, go to Custom Column, and we'll name it the same thing. So vehicle reference, and we'll do the same thing, find the reference key, dash, and then the vehicle number. And click OK. Now it's gone and added an additional vehicle column, which is great. So now we can go up into the Home tab, click Close and Apply, and it will update those two columns for us. So now it's added those two columns, and one thing we're going to want to do is to check whether they've been linked together. So we'll look on the left-hand column there, and we'll click on this Relationships tab, and we will now in fact see that there's been a relationship automatically detected between the OA table and the GV table. If we double click, we can pull up the Edit Relationship, and we can see how the OA table is linked to the GV table. And in fact, we can scroll all the way over to see that the vehicle reference column is highlighted in both cases, and that we have a many-to-one relationship between the OA and the GV table. This makes sense because in any particular crash, we might be able to have multiple occupants within the same vehicle. So we can click OK and now go back to our report. And now we're able to start adding in additional details based on the collision